Now this question is somehow complicated over here. Now f satisfies x equals to fx into e raised to fx. Now we need to find integral 0 to e f of x dx. What is this? Let's see. Now let's try to picturize this. Now we have this is x axis, here this is say y axis. Now fx is, let's consider this way. Okay, here this is fx. Now x equals to 0 to x equals to e. Here x equals to 0 here to x equals to e is somewhere here. Okay. Now, so we need this area of this we need to find. Okay. But how to find this? Now, if I consider this, okay, now if I consider this, here x equals to y is f of x equals to y, let's consider. So this is same as y into e raised to what? Y. Now here y also increasing function. This y is what? It's increasing function. As well as e raised to y also is also increasing function. Okay. So both are increasing function. Now if I consider this way, okay, now if I consider, let's extend this over here, this is y. Now if I can extend this, okay, now here let's see what about these points. This point when y equals to 1, okay, let's see, when y equals to 1 satisfies this equation. Okay, so y equals to 1 satisfies this equation. Now therefore we have y equals to 1. Now integral is from here to here. Okay, so now here to here is what? From here to here is integral from 0 to y is what? 0 to 1. Now y into e raised to y dy is here. This is what? This is this area. Okay. So now our aim is to find this area. Okay. So our aim is to find the area, but this gives area of this. Now what I will do is, now let's consider this is a rectangle. Okay. This is a rectangle. Now we can find area of this rectangle. So area of this rectangle is what? Here to here is what? We have e. Okay. Now here to here is we have 1. Okay. So the area of this rectangle is what? 1 into e is become e. Okay. From this area of rectangle, now if we subtract this, we can get this one. Now if we subtract this part, this area part, then we can get this one. So let's do this way. So therefore this is equals to, so you can say area of, let's say O A B C, area of rectangle O A B C minus, okay, from this here I can minus this integral from 0 to 1 y into e raised to y dy. Now if I can get this is same as what? 0 to e, this section, okay, this area, 0 to e f of x into dx. So this area is equals to this minus, from whole this you subtract this, you will get this. Okay, is equals to area of OABC is what? Length into breadth. You can say e into 1 is e minus integral 0 to 1 y into e raised to y dy. So here we can use tabular methods or di methods, or you can use integral by parts. I will use di methods. Here di methods. I will here in differentiation part I will keep y over here. Integration part I will give e raised to y. Differentiation of y is what? 1. Differentiation of constant is become 0. E raised to y, here this into this, minus here this into this, here plus we have, minus we have, and then become 0. Okay. So is equals to e minus, this here is integration of this is what? Y into e raised to y minus e raised to y, and this becomes 0 is 0. So limit is from 0 to 1. Okay, 0 to 1. So this is same as e minus this is what you have to substitute instead of y. So if I substitute y, here 1 into e raised to 1 minus e raised to 1, okay. And then upper limit, this is upper limit, minus lower limit, 0, okay. Y equals, this becomes 0, 0 minus e raised to 0. Here e minus, these two gets cancelled. So we have e raised to 0 is 1, minus minus plus 1, okay. So e same as e minus 1. This is the required area. Area for what? Area for this, okay. This is the required area for this section OBA.